Hi everyone, Monica Dambach here with Portside Real Estate Group, and today we're going to be talking about appraisals. So, the Greater Portland market is very tight and in high demand right now. So, a lot of properties are going into multiple offers. So, as a buyer, if you're able to obtain an appraisal waiver, that's another tool in your toolkit that you're able to apply to your offer. This a lot of times can give the seller assurance that you are a strong buyer and that due to financing, your offer may not fall through. So, what is an appraisal? So, an appraisal is to determine the home's value, and this is basically how much a bank or lender is willing to give you. So there are four main components of an appraisal, and it's a complete walkthrough. So an appraiser actually physically goes to the home in most cases, unless it's a desktop appraisal, and will note the condition, any upgrades that have been made, take photos, and then make sure that they are compiling all of the amenities of the home, the location, so that they're able to use it in comparison to comparables. A lot of times you'll hear comparable properties or comps used, and that is when an appraisal will search for similar properties that have sold based on amenities like square footage, room count, bedroom count, measurements, location of the home that you're purchasing. So lastly is the evaluation. So it is the most important part of an appraisal. The evaluation is how much that the appraiser deems the home is worth. So this is a dollar amount will be sent to the bank and the buyer and the seller so that all parties know how much the bank is willing to lend. From a seller perspective, you want to make sure that you have the best representation possible. So you want a realtor who is really advocating on your behalf, who is advising you on how much your property is actually worth based on the market and comparable properties that have sold. Additionally, it's not just getting the house under contract, it is meeting with the appraiser to make sure that that contract is going to stay together through to the close. I think a lot of times this is probably a missed step because we just think that the home will appraise, but 9 times out of 10 when I've had an appraisal issue, it's because the listing agent wasn't actually physically at the property. So I'm probably saying some highly controversial comments right now, and that's okay. This is just to educate you on the process and what can happen. So sellers, beware. Get the best representation possible. Just to make sure that you are actually able to close without any hiccups. More and more times I'm seeing buyers get in through a backup offer because there was a hiccup that happened in the process. And a lot of that's inevitable right now because people are paying so much over asking for a home and, things might not go accordingly. But in conclusion, thank you for joining me today. If you are interested in selling your home, then I would love to talk with you about the process. Please text me 207-749-4170.